spin around, I'll point it out. It's very arid and dry at the top because they're so high. Typically clouds don't have enough moisture. They don't hold on to the moisture at those higher altitudes. They'll lose all of it before they get that high. But it certainly snows on these peaks during the wintertime. The moisture does get up there. Just normally the rainfall is at the lower altitudes. So some of these may look fresh. The lava flows may look relatively new at the top, but you get down the hill a little bit, and they're all grown in. You have rainforest, and it's pretty thick, or they're fuzzy. A lot of yellow ferns growing on them. That all has to do with the rainfall. The more rainfall a lava flow gets, the more it will start to grow. Check that, it almost looks like a cloud over there. It's a rain shower. Is it coming down? Get a little turbulence right here. We've had a tailwind most of the time, and now we're getting a headwind, so we're having a wind shift.
How fast are we flying right now?
Right now with the headwind, well, it just went from about 5 miles an hour headwind to a 20 mile per hour. We're doing 100 knots, it's about 120 miles an hour. Make a pretty good time with the headwind. So on the way back, we'll be doing like 150, 160 miles an hour.
How fast can the helicopter fly?
This thing, the manual says top speed is 155 knots. Now if you put it into a nosedive, have a strong tailwind, it'll definitely go faster than that, but at that point you become a test pilot, so I won't do that. Helicopters have a limiting forward airspeed. Just aerodynamically they have issues at higher airspeed. They can have issues.
You know what a Blackhawk would run?
Ooh, a Blackhawk? I think it's around the same. I think it's around like 165, 180. Even though they're dual engine, they just can't get around the aerodynamic issue of the forward airspeed. Yeah.
Probably being loaded down too.
Loaded? You mean with weight and everything? Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think what my buddy told me. He flies here, he's my best friend. He flew Blackhawks for like, I don't know, 18 years. He told me, I think they weigh like 26,000 pounds or something like that, dual engine.
Probably get a crew of about 20 on it though, Dave.
No, not quite. I think it's, maybe thinking of the dual rotor. Thinking you can put in a Blackhawk, which you got the two up front. You can put 2 door gunners. I think you can put like, depending on how much gear and everything. I don't know what the loading capacity is, how much max gross weight and all that. But it's a lot, the dual engine, you know. So this is the flow of 1984 right here. I went for 22 days, 12 miles, and stopped 4 miles short of Hilo down there.
Get like a fire hose and start wetting it to try to divert it to another area?
Say that one more time?
Could they get like a fire hose and put water on it to kind of like divert it so it'll dry up?
You know what, they tried a few different things. They did try to bomb it at one point to create large craters in the earth, so it hopefully direct it or just kind of sink into that. But the problem is, even if it's moving really slow, there's so much of it that's flowing, it does what it wants. But it may fill the hole up, and then it'll just continue pushing on. And these flows can change direction pretty quickly. So they'll start flowing, especially if it's a lot of lava. Like these are some pretty big flows here. The front half will cool very quickly, so will the tops. So it will start to form large chunks, then they start to roll over themselves. So that leading edge of the lava flow can harden, and then the back of it will just pile up, pile up, pile up, pile up. It can reach 4 or 5 stories. You know, typically on 2 stories, you know, up to 15 to 20 feet, I'd say. Pretty large, you know. And then it gets all that pressure built up, and then eventually it will break open. So it can break open off to the side. It doesn't always have to keep flowing downhill. It can turn sideways too. So this is looking pretty good. We got some light rain showers out here pushing through. But overall the clouds aren't to the ground. And they're high enough where we can get to the summit here. The summit of Kilauea is right in front of us. We'll start to see a little more, but this is all sulfur dioxide coming out of the ground in front of it.
Are those steam vents in the distance?
They are, yeah. Those are steam vents. So the summit was having about 50 earthquakes per hour for over 90 days during the eruption. The lava pool is visible right at the surface ever since 2008. Just to fly over, look down, and it was pretty cool. It was about a quarter mile wide, so it had a lot of volume in it, a large volume of lava. April 30th this year, went down to the earth into the earth around 700 feet, and the volcano was in a deflationary state at that point, and so the whole summit started caving in on itself because it was under so much pressure for so long. So with all the earthquakes, everything, the summit, the crater at the summit has increased in size 3 or 4 times.
Now when you say earthquake, what's that measuring?
They're around, when they're having on average, they're around 0.5 to like a 1.8, I believe, per hour. And then once every 24-hour period, you'd have a large collapse, large earthquake of 3.0 to 5.0 or greater in magnitude.
Are those houses like really close to it?
They're fairly close. The town of Volcano has been out here for quite a long time.
So this is goodbye.
What's kind of freaky is you got all these large sinkholes around there. See that sinkhole out there? That was a separate eruption. But if a hole like that went off, pretty much the whole town would be in it. But it's a beautiful place.
Right on your left, is that a house or? Right
This
down?
house, this is so this is Jagger Museum right here. Guys, we're going to come around to the south side, kind of get away from these homes, and we'll start doing some turns. So Jagger Museum, that was the second museum they built, and is now permanently closed with all the earthquakes that happened.